Hey guys, today I want to talk about something very near and dear to my heart, and that would be my favorite book series. I know everybody kind of has them, some of them might be the same as yours, some of them might be different. You might hate some of the series that I have, but yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and share this with you today. I'm going to start off with the most obvious here. Harry Potter. I don't have all of the books here with me because I don't have all the books in all of these series with me today, but I just brought a couple from each one. But Harry Potter is easily my most favorite series. I started reading it when I was super little, like as it came out, so obviously I'm a big fan of it, but I think everybody kind of has this on their list. I don't know one single person who hasn't read them, but yeah, I really like these books. Obviously I think everybody does, so yeah, Harry Potter. Alright, and my next book, I think everybody's kind of heard of the author, but I don't know anybody who's ever read this series, and I don't know why, because it's fucking amazing, but it's the Rainwild Chronicles by Robin Hobb. This is the only series I've read by her, even though I own all of her series. I just kind of saw these online on Amazon one day and was like, those are really pretty, I'm gonna buy them. I like dragons, and I ended up really loving them. They're about Elise, who is a wife of basically like the biggest dickhead in the world that you'll ever meet, but she wants to study, and he doesn't want her to study. He kind of just wants her to like write notes to people and host parties and wear dresses, and she doesn't do that. She ends up taking like a trip to go and study. Like her husband kind of wants to get rid of her for a while, and basically the main story is her mission is to help the dragons get back to where they came from, because dragons used to be extinct and then they started hatching again, and she becomes like I forget what they're called, like she basically babysits dragons. All the dragons in this are really cool. They talk, they have their own language, they communicate with the people that are watching them. I just think overall this is a really great book. The whole series is amazing. If you haven't read them, you should. The first book's kind of slow, takes a while to get into it, but it's worth it if you can. Surprise to no one, Miss Peregrine's. I love these books. I cannot get enough of these. The first time that I read this, it reminded me, like it brought me back to, you know when you first, like, okay, so you're sitting down and you're watching Harry Potter. You know when the first song comes on and you're just like transported, it's immediate magic, can't get enough, like it brings you back to being a little kid. That's what these books did. I was like, I have not felt like this since Harry Potter. I missed that magic. Like that's what this book made me feel like. This whole series is fantastic. I absolutely love these. I read them all in like 2 days. I bought one after another. I bought the first one, read it, bought the second one, read it, had to wait for the third one to come out. Absolutely hated having to wait for it, but these books are fantastic. If you haven't read these, you should. The movie's shit. Refuse to see it. Hell no. This will also not come as a surprise to anybody because I've talked about it a ton. It is Shadow and Bone, or the Grisha trilogy. I knew nothing about Leigh Bardugo until I read this series. My best friend it's another one of the series, my best friend was like, you have to read this. And I'm not really like into the covers, I guess. I now love them because I'm in love with these books, but I absolutely hated Mal. I loved The Darkling, story of my life. God, I love the bad boys, but these books were amazing. I really want to read Six of Crows. My best friend's reading it right now. I'm like, no, wait for me. I'll read it with you. But I'm not. But yeah, I love these books. I love the magic in these books. I love the contrast between Alina and the Darkling. Like I said, I fucking hated Mal. What are you gonna do? But yeah, these books are fantastic. If you haven't read them, you should, because I just really liked it. It's a young adult book, but it was also kind of just adult for me. Like it struck like chords with me for some reason, but this is amazing. To save us time, I'm lumping these two together because everybody loves these. Throne of Glass series. In a nutshell, basically, Rowan is life, used to love Chaol, don't love Chaol anymore, Dorian is a sassy bitch, man and his life goals. Like I live for this series. I could not get enough when I first read it. I read every single book in like a month. Okay, and to sum this book up. So you start out, you love the guy, you love the girl with the guy, end of the book you're like, alright, what the fuck? And then you read the second one, you're like, hate the girl with the guy, like new guy. The end. Like I could not get enough. I read both of these books in 24 hours. Like I just inhaled these books. If you haven't read these by chance, you should. Second one, like a 3 out of 5. It wasn't super great. I was Team Tamlin. Totally not Team Tamlin anymore, but yeah, like I said, 3 out of 5. But the second one, the 6 out of 5. Fucking fantastic. Have to read it. Clever girl. For this one, I had the second book, not the first one, because for some reason, I can't find Jurassic Park. I love these. Second one's not, it's like 3 out of 5. First one, 5 out of 5. Outstanding. I loved it. I wish they would have added some of the parts that were in the book into the movie. This one couldn't be more different from the movie, but If you have not read these, if you have seen the movies, if you like dinosaurs, if you like sassy main characters, if you like guys who really like math and things that have really sharp claws and try to kill you, these are a book for you. This series is fantastic. I read the first one kind of slowly because I kind of wanted to savor it, because also I've seen the movie 100 times, but like I said, these are very different. But yeah, I absolutely love these. 3 out of 5 for this one, 5 out of 5 for Jurassic Park. Oh, and in case you live under a rock, guys find dinosaur embryo, make it into real dinosaur, all chaos ensues. Donna, Donna, Donna. I love this series. If anyone hasn't read this, this is the Dark Tower series. The first book is totally horrible. He even said that he thought about rewriting it, but why would he? Because I think it's the first book he ever wrote. He was like 18, super hopped up on drugs if I remember right, and wrote that book. And when you read it, you know. Like, you know that man had to have been... It was awful. I could not get through it. And I was like, well, people kept saying, oh, you gotta get through the first one, gotta get through the first one, it gets better, like, it's worth it, keep going. So I did, and oh my god, was it. This story made me cry so many times. This story made me feel so many things, like, that I didn't know that I could feel. I love Stephen King, first off. I love almost everything that he's ever done, but this, other than Harry Potter, is easily my most favorite. Like, I want to get a tattoo of it. I just live for this series. If you haven't read it, you should. It's fantastic. But basically, it's about Roland, who's a gunslinger, and really, that's all I can tell you, because it's so woven into all of his books, and his other books are woven into this one, and I don't know, I feel like reading Stephen King's like an experience all on its own, because you read any of his books and there's like references to other ones in there, but I mean, and he did kind of break the fourth wall by literally writing himself into one of his books, but that's another time. If you haven't read these, you should. Everybody should read these. These are amazing. They teach you so many life lessons. Like, I feel like I've grown so much from like when I started reading these to when I finished them, but they are fantastic and you should read them. Alright guys, that is it. I am gonna go make probably a burrito. Maybe a burrito? I don't know. I'm gonna go eat. I'm hungry. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys are having a good Friday. Well, you're gonna have a good weekend. When I post this, I'll be back at work, miserable, slaving away. But yeah, hope you guys have a good weekend. Bye.